I might actually be taking a -12 this game week. I definitely need to sell Sanchez. I might even sell Saka, Kane and Gabriel as well. A reason for this is that I'm bench boosting, but most importantly there's a lot of upcoming doubles. For example, Brighton have 4 additional fixtures compared to Arsenal and Spurs until the end of the season. Yeah, they blank in game week 32, but I'm playing my free hit in that game week anyway. Building from the back, Kepa's fine with his double game week. However, I've got Sanchez on the bench and I need a goalkeeper. I narrowed it down to 2 options, either Steele from Brighton who's got 4 double game weeks, or De Gea from United who's got 3 double game weeks. If it was guaranteed that both goalkeepers would play till the end of the season, I'd go for Steele. In fact, I think he's the best goalkeeper in the game with the most fixtures, but of course it's not that simple, he's not nailed. However, he has played for 3 Premier League games in a row, and I really need the money. He's only 3.9 mil. He allows me to get Haaland in game week 30 and Salah in game week 31, so I think I'm going to go with him, but I am going to wait for Brighton's press conference first. In defence, I've got Chilwell, Henry, Trippier and Botman with double game weeks, and Gabriel with a single game week. Botman has been yellow flagged in FPL. I don't think this is going to be an issue though because he's been spotted in training. However, if it is an issue, I'll have to respond accordingly after the press conferences and I will post my decision on Twitter. Gabriel against Leeds at home could very easily outscore Henry against Brighton away and United away because of the fixtures and the defensive quality. But Henry maintains a better price structure going forward because I bought him for 0.7 mil cheaper. I wouldn't want to play him most game weeks after the double anyway. Faces Liverpool away. Yeah, fair enough he's got West Ham away, but then I'm free hitting. Then he's got City away, Chelsea at home, Newcastle away and Brighton at home. They're all difficult fixtures. Therefore, I think it's worth selling him for a Stupinan who's got 4 additional fixtures or Shaw who's got 3 additional fixtures. If I go for Steele, I can't get a Stupinan because I've already got 2 Brighton midfielders which is a triple up. I could go for De Gea and a Stupinan, but I do prefer Steele and Shaw because they are a cheaper combination. Obviously the absence of Casemiro will hinder the United defence, but that's only a short-term problem and it's compensated for the fact that Shaw's got an additional 3 fixtures, which is an additional 6 appearance points, up to 270 minutes to get goals and assists and 3 games to get clean sheets. Moving on to midfield, I've got Rashford, McAllister, March and Maddison. Then on the bench, a player that I'm considering selling is Saka. As you may already know, Rashford's got a yellow flag on the FPL website. It's probably not going to be a problem, but if it is after the press conferences, I will tweet my decision just like Botman on Twitter. My 4 midfielders with double game weeks are all in the running for captaincy this game week. Make sure you check out my best captain video when it's published. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss it. In fact, if you made it at this point in the video and you're not already subscribed, you might as well subscribe so you don't miss any more of these team selection videos. As you can see, I've got the Brighton duo in midfield of McAllister and March. I've actually considered the trio adding Mitoma in there as well, but there are some problems with that. Mitoma takes up a vital midfielder slot and you'll see later on in the video the players that I'm considering. Another thing to consider is that I like to play 3 at the back for a high ceiling in attack. That means that I play 7 attackers and 3 of them would be from Brighton. So when it comes to playing Spurs away in game week 30 and Chelsea away in game week 31, I'm probably going to have to play 2 of them in difficult fixtures. On the other hand with Steele, I can just bench him and play Kepa instead. In terms of Saka replacements, I narrowed it down to either Salah or Bruno. There are of course different downsides to owning either of them. For example, Salah faces City away, Chelsea away and then Arsenal at home. As for Bruno, he has got a difficult first fixture against Newcastle away, but then he faces Brentford at home and then Everton at home as well. It's difficult because Salah typically offers more, but he's got more difficult fixtures. I think there's barely anything between them, but I am a fixture man so I do prefer Bruno slightly. There is a long-term benefit for Bruno as well. He's got an additional double game week, which will probably occur in game week 37, and 99% sure of that. Either way, it doesn't really matter for me because I will probably own Bruno and Salah at that point because Salah's got a double in game week 34 and my plan is to bring him in ahead of Leeds away in game week 31. Again, you've got the absence of Casemiro. That will probably affect the United attack a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the defence, so I'm more concerned about Shaw in the short term for that one. Something to look out for Bruno is that he's played in a slightly deeper role recently. The good news is that Eriksen's back soon. The bad news is I don't think it will be for the next game. That might be a short-term problem. It also might not be. Hopefully he'll play further forward where he is more effective. Like I said, I am slightly leaning towards Bruno because of the fixtures, but don't be surprised if I do change my mind and go straight for Salah. Up front I've got Tony and Watkins, both with a double game week. I've also got Kane, but I'm considering selling him. I'll be honest, I really don't want to sell Kane, but I can only fit 2 premiums in this team when I buy Haaland and Salah back. I do plan on captaining Haaland very soon in game week 30 and game week 31. I've also got plans to captain Salah in a couple of the game weeks. However, with Kane, I've not got any plans to captain him from now till the end of the season, so he doesn't rank as high on my captaincy matrix. Therefore, I'm going to have to sell him to fund the other 2 premium players. The 2 players that have been considering buying both have 2 upcoming double game weeks. It's Havertz and Isak. Havertz might not be fit enough to play yet, so he'll only come into the question if he's declared fit in the press conference. As for Isak, I am concerned about his expected minutes, but there aren't many alternatives at the price point of 6.7 mil with 2 upcoming doubles and such a high ceiling. Provisionally we'll say it's Isak, but things could change depending on the press conferences. Either way, if I'm going to sell Kane to fund Haaland and Salah in future, I might as well do it now when he's got 1 fixture in a double game week and bring in a double game week player that's got another double game week in future.